minute. So let the people know what you've been up to. Hey, what's up? I got Amara La Negra here with me tonight at the A Toast to Young Hollywood event. Hey guys, so I have the beautiful Layla Ali with me tonight. So I just want to first start off by saying your Instagram is an inspiration to go on a path to eat healthy. And you know, it is your 50th birthday. You don't look a day over 25.
You know what?
Let us know how you do it.
First, everybody always say that. I think that's so cliche, and people know you don't look 25. Now, if you would have said maybe 40.
Hey, what's up? You're watching Neek at Night, and we have Keith Powers with us tonight.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
You know, a lot of girls was like putting you as their, you know, man crush, and you was their, you know, aspiration to take you off the market. And when you came out with Bae, you crushed a lot of people. Like, hey guys, so I have Daniel Cormier with me tonight, and it's crazy because my first UFC fight happened to be your fight.
I'm glad you were able to watch the first fight that was mine and I won, because that could be some bad memories.
Right. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna lie. When I first seen it and I seen him
thought I
come,
was gonna get my ass kicked.
yeah.
Look at you.
Hey, I'm not gonna tell a lie. Okay, I'm gonna keep it honest. Definitely experience, you guys. That's Amarion, and we're at his word for word screening. It was super dope. Make sure you check it out. It drops tomorrow, and you don't want to miss it.
Thank you, baby.
Thank you.
It's your partner, Big Boy. What's happening in the voice of Los Angeles? Hello. You know what I do at night? I watch Neek at Night. Show you right. You thought I was going to say something crazy. Thought I was going to say something disgusting and nasty. Yeah. But guess what? When I watch that Neek at Night, I may be doing something disgusting and nasty. Look at her. Hello.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. If this is your first time here, over here we are the Night Owls. If you have not hit that subscribe button, I want you to go ahead and do that right now, and turn on your notification bell so you're notified when I post another video. But just know, keep in mind that over here, this is an acquired taste. You know what I'm saying? This ain't for everybody. This is a channel where I talk about celebrity news and gossip and give my opinion on trending stories. I'm a woman who has a website as well. I sell lingerie, adult toys, sexy pajamas, and I even got stuff for going out to the club, you know, nighttime wear, all of those goodies for you as well. You can find this along with a whole bunch of other new goodies. You can find this at www.neekatnight.com. I'm just going to do a live video, and we're gonna get this done, and it's gonna be bada bing, bada boom. Hey, what's up? What's up? Okay, so today we have a special guest, and I posted her on my community tab, and I also posted her on my Instagram, and there was a lot of dialogue and conversation. So I wanted to bring Kenya up and us to have a talk with Kenya about the you know what I'm saying, alternative dating lifestyle, and to get a little background on it. And you know, hear a little bit of a different type of relationship. Hi, Kenya. How are you?
Hi, how are you? Trying to get my camera right, get my look going. How are you, Nick?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm gonna show like the post that I posted, just like the quick flick. All right, so this is a small version of the picture. So on the post, I said, ladies, is she the GOAT for having a husband and 2 boyfriends? And boy, did it set everyone ablaze.
That's cute.
There was a lot of people who were like, yes, you know, go girl. Like if the men could do it, we could do it. And then, of course, the men were like, no, it's not supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be just us with 2 women. And, you know, we got to be making a whole bunch of babies and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, that's so cap. So I want to hear from you. Introduce yourself, your name, your company and everything like that. And then we'll go from there.
All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Kenya K. Stevens. I run the ProgressiveLoveAcademy.com, Progressive Love Academy online. And I've been love coaching for 17 years. I've been married for 26 years. I have 3 children. And I love being a family. I love being a wife. And of course, I am a wife to many men. So yes, we are polyamorous, and I teach and support couples moving from monogamy to polyamory.
Why is there a need or a shift for such a course to go from monogamy to polyamory? And what is the benefits from crossing from one to the other?
I think that that's happening because of the divorce rate and how marriages are not working. We all watched our parents' marriages. They didn't have the tools. They didn't have the communication skills. They didn't have what they needed to make the marriage work. So at Progressive Love Academy, we provide those types of tools and skills. But the thing is, once you get those types of tools and skills, you know that you can expand your marriage. It doesn't have to be the way that they say it needs to be in the West. It's just like growing up in school or learning from schools. You don't have to do it the way that they're saying to do it. We choose to do what we want to do. My husband and I chose to be polyamorous. We knew we were attracted to more than just each other. And so we just decided to be honest about that.
Okay, so at what point did you guys, and there's kind of, I don't know if it's on your end or my end, but when you're talking, there's kind of like a lag. So I don't know if it's I don't know if it's my end or yours. But okay, so you're married first to your husband, and that is in this photo the one that is standing up, okay?
Yes.
So how long into the marriage did you decide, okay, we want to explore other people?
We decided that at year 12. That's what a lot of people don't understand. My husband and I don't believe in divorce. So, and we had our children already. They were, over the age of 5, all 3 of them. And we have been devoted to each other, monogamous for 12 years. It takes a foundation to build up a couple to where they can deal with polyamory. And so we have been together for 12 years before we became polyamorous.
Okay. So from year 12 to year 20, you're in year 20 right now. You guys
26.
have been exploring 26. You guys have been exploring others. So he's allowed to have outside girlfriends and you're allowed to have outside boyfriends.
Absolutely.
Okay. So in one of the posts, how do you introduce this to another partner to be comfortable with this? Because you have, I think, a boyfriend of 9 years.
Yes.
And then you had, so how was that conversation?
It was really fun. In fact, that's what I teach at Progressive Love Academy. I have a class called How to Get Your Partner into Polyamory. There are steps to this, Nick. They are steps. You can't just spring it on your partner one day. Oh yeah, we should be polyamorous. I saw a girl online on Instagram. He will be so upset because he will be so scared. And he will not want to hear that. I have to walk my men step by step into this so that they feel safe and comfortable and that they all have a camaraderie. They can feel like brothers taking care of me and taking care of other women. I can't just spring it on them. So I have a whole class about how to do that at progressiveloveacademy.com.
Okay. Is there an aspect of the class that teaches, because the guy's first thought is to be the masculine, the dominant, and I'm the one who is supposed to be, doing this. And if a guy allows this type of behavior, there's a lot of people who assume that they are either bisexual or gay. So how do you navigate through those rumors, and how do you get a guy who is more masculine to kind of be okay with this? Is that something that's in the course?
Yes, that's in the course, but I can just tell you that men feel masculine when you are in the feminine. So I approach my men in a feminine way, explaining things, not yelling at them or telling them this is what they have to do. I just give them a choice. I'm like, yeah, I'm open to dating, but I will always have many partners. I don't believe in monogamy. I really bring it to them with that extra savvy, to where it's a discussion, not like a demand. You understand? And I also let them know that it's very masculine to take care of women, multiple women. Nick, I don't date men who don't have multiple women. So that's
okay. So that's like one of the requirements.
That's one of my requirements, because I don't want to be with somebody who doesn't feel it's important to be masculine enough to take care of multiple women and be masculine enough to tell the truth about it. If you can't do those two things, we're probably not a good match.
Isn't that like taking on like a lot of emotions? You got the emotions of your husband, your boyfriend, and then they have these other partners. How do you navigate through that?
Well, there's a lot of emotion, and that's another thing we teach at Progressive Love Academy: how to deal with your ego, how to deal with your animal, which is your feelings, how to express your feelings. Yes, I'm going to get jealous. I still get jealous to this day. Yes, I'm going to feel insecure. Yes, I'm going to have a problem with you. And you did this with her. And who is she? But I have those issues, but I have a communication system that helps me to navigate that. It's called
Shout out to the book. Okay, book.
Okay, up-level communication. I had to learn. I had to create a whole different communication system in order to be poly.
Oh, okay. So there's a lot, like the first questions that I started to see when I posted this photo on Instagram, a lot of people immediately thought, oh, for them to be a part of this, she must be the breadwinner. Is that like one of the dynamics? Or because that's what they were saying. They were like, oh, she must be the breadwinner. She must be taking care of them for them to be down with this.
No, when I married my husband when we were still in college, my husband took care of me and the kids for 13 years. Then he told me to start a business because I was just a stay-at-home mom. I didn't even work. You know how many women say, oh, please pay my bills. Please do. My husband did all of that. I never paid a bill because I didn't even have a job. You know, he knew that my job was having children. So that was our dynamic. Once I started my business, yes, I had great money, but it's my husband's business too. And then my other husband works in the business as well. And my other husband is an investor, so he invests my money. But no, everybody is pretty sufficient financially.
Okay, so everybody contributes because I had this one I had this one post that I had posted up, and it was of like a lot of guys who were in polyamory, and there was somebody who came up with a definition, and the definition was polygamy, and the the explanation for polygamy was basically men who kind of get women to go into polygamy, and they really need, them as the financial support.
Right. I understand that. I saw that post. I thought it was hilarious. And I said to myself, whoo, these people are going off because they just don't have an idea of how people do this. They just don't know what it's like. They've just never done it. So they're making throwing out all of these different things. One thing about money and relationships is the more people you have working together, the more money y'all gonna have.
Yeah.
Because it's, if I have 2 men living here, another woman living here, 4 adults instead of 2, that's less bills. That, you split the bills by 4 instead of by 2. So there's a lot of wonderful things about polyamory. I know everybody's talking about it right now, but everybody really needs to learn how to do it. It is not something you just start doing. You have to have tools. You have to have skills. You have to have a new language, a new communication style. You have to be a different person to do it.
Yeah. So, okay. So there's a lot of people who are coming new to this, and they have a lot of, I guess it's ignorance because we don't know, you know what I'm saying? And so they have a lot of questions. One of the questions that, I see often is, how do you divide the time between your husband, your other husband, your boyfriend? Like, how do you guys divide the time?
Sure. It's really a natural piece where we do what we want to do. I'm in a freedom-based relationship, so nobody owes me time. I don't owe anybody my time. If I choose to spend time with this one or that one or here or there, that's what we do. And we all allow each other to be free. So I'm not going to demand that my husband do this. They're not here to make me happy. I'm not there to make them happy. We're choosing to be in relationships. So that's right there, a different mindset. In the Western relationship, you say, I want you to be here at this time. This is our schedule. This is what we're doing. that's fine. But even if my husband can't make a scheduled event, I'll call somebody else. It's another new mindset. It's about freedom. It's about autonomy. Do you understand, Nick?
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting some water.
Oh, okay.
Go right ahead. I hear you.
Okay. So, another thing, that people were interested in, and you don't have to answer because it's one of those wacky things that people were saying. So I just want to ask, what the people were saying. They were saying, if she's messing with this guy and that guy and that guy, how do you keep a healthy pH? They automatically assume, oh my God, if she's sleeping with this guy or that guy, the pH is through the roof. You can answer or not. We can go to the next.
Oh, no, I love that question because I think this is very important. I have a daughter who's 21, and I showed her how to become STD immune. I am immune to STDs. She is immune to STDs. We have a class at Progressive Love Academy called STD Immunity. We do not believe that you have to be that sex is dirty or that there's anything dirty about having multiple partners. We show women how to keep the flora in their vagina fresh and clean and delicious. And I mean, we are fabulous. We are healthy and we deal with internal health. And so that's what I can show women if they're interested.
Okay, so I mean, ladies, does this sound like something that you guys would be interested in? Because she has books, she has knowledge, and I be having issues too because I don't believe in marriage, okay? And I was telling my audience that like I don't believe in marriage and I don't do relationships. And when I'm talking to guys, I'm like very open. And it's like if you are talking to multiple girls and stuff like that, I'm not about to sit here and act like I'm just talking to you and you're not trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to do that. But it's always never fails. The guy acts like he's cool with that, but then as soon as we have our little thing or whatever, and I mentioned that I'm, talking to somebody else, they start feeling some type of way. And it's just like, I thought that we was just chilling. You doing your thing, I'm doing my thing. Like, why you feel some type of way about what I'm doing? So I don't know. Maybe I need to take the class because
I think you do because I show women in my up-level communication how to soothe the male ego. And men need to know how to soothe our egos and our animals too. There's easy ways.
I don't be wanting to stroke their ego. Like
you have to. You have to. If you're going through something, let's say you were going through something. Let's say you were dealing with a guy. He had a lot of women, and you start getting your head fucked up, right? Now, why do you feel like you would want him to soothe you? You want him to reassure you. You want him to know how to talk to your ego to calm you down. You have to have the same skills. And so those are the skills I teach. That's very important in poly because your partner is always going to be upset. Always, because we're learning to do this. It's hard. It's not just, oh, let's do it. You have to have skills to know how to calm each other's egos down.
Okay. So you have the checks and balances to keep the floor nice and healthy. But what are the checks and balances as far as, STDs, check screenings of like these partners? Is there like a, in order to come into the fold, like we got to go, get tested? Like how does that work?
Everybody has their own safe sex protocol. I just have my men follow my safe sex protocol. Safe sex protocols are something that we also build at Progressive Love Academy. But safe sex protocol is necessary. Every woman and every man should have one. And that's like a checklist of things that you do to ensure that a partner is going to be what you consider to be safe. I would just tell you that step one always is to be able to have an open conversation about it. Most people have sex with somebody, then the next day be like, oh my God, I don't know. Was that person, was it cool? Do they have it? That's not how you go about things in polyamory. That's how you go about things in just ignorance of relating. You have to have a connection with somebody and talk about these things prior. And that's a part of a safe sex protocol.
Oh, okay. Because a lot of people, that's what they automatically think. Like, if you're messing with this guy or that guy, and then he has all these girls, you don't know what they're doing with their life or whatever. They automatically think STD. automatically think, transferring germs and all this kind of stuff. But in reality, whether you say, hey, I'm open to this or not, people are still having multiple partners anyway. Like, you're still living a polyamorous lifestyle to a degree. Like, if you're dating and you're not committed to somebody, they're dating other people. So in essence, you really are polyamorous for real. Right. It's just you ain't put a label on it, and you ain't acting like you are okay with it. So
right. And you don't have the skills to really do it. But you trying to do it, you're doing it anyway. Yes, I agree.
Yeah. So in the chat, they keep asking, are the men bisexual?
No, my husbands are not. But there are, do you know Passion Jones? Mm-hmm. She has 2 husbands. If you follow her on Instagram, Passion Jones has 2 husbands, and they are fluid. They are bisexual. My husbands are not bisexual. They're straight. So we don't do threesomes. We don't all sleep in a bed together. If I'm with one of my husbands, I'm with him. If I'm with another husband, I'm with him. We don't do all the stuff together. We may have dinner together, but they're not going to sleep with me together. I've asked them before, and they said no. I want to.
Said, I tried it, but they didn't go for it.
They looked at me like I was crazy.
So, I mean, you didn't soothe them into it, girl.
I don't want them to do things that they don't want to do. I can find 2 men who will sleep with me at the same time. I can find 2 straight men who will sleep with me at the same time. And that's another thing about poly. If my husbands don't want to do something, I'm not going to force them to do it. I'm going to find somebody who's willing to do it.
I heard that. I heard the hell out of that. I heard the hell out of that. So yeah, she is what would be classified as polyamorous. Yes. So just explain that to the people who are just now coming in to the chat.
Sure. I'm going to turn on the comments too to see if I can see some of these. Good. So
and if you guys have wait, before you say it, if you guys have a question, type the letter Q in bold first, and then type your question after. That way she can read the question, or I'll read the question and put it on the screen. Mm-hmm. And then, she can answer some of the questions that you guys have. So go ahead.
I was saying that polyamory simply means many loves. Poly means many, amory means loves. So you can have many loves. That's all it means. You can have many partners, both men, women, it's not saying that just the man can do it. That's called polygyny, when just the man can do it. When just the woman can do it, that's called polyandry. Okay, so that would mean I have husbands and my husband can't have nobody else. That's called polyandry. So I'm not polyandrous. My husbands can have other lovers and I have other lovers. That's polyamory.
Okay. They want to know what is the difference between a poly relationship and an open relationship?
Open relating, in my view, is more broad. It's like you don't have to be married. Like polyamory is more like we are married, we have a contract, we are in a long-term relationship. Open relating means anything goes. I may do one night stands, I may do swinging, I might do this, might do that. No. With polyamory, there are a little bit more protocols in place. Like we have agreements, you understand? And so I like polyamory a little bit more than just open relating. Anything goes.
Okay. She answered this already and said that her and her husband have children, but the newcomers who came on, there was a question about, if the parties have children. So being that I know that you do, explain to them how your children feel about this, I guess would be the next.
Absolutely. You can actually follow my daughter. I'm trying to move back here because this camera is so close. You can follow my daughter. Her name is Sanu the Poly Fairy, and she is also polyamorous. She's 21. I have a 23-year-old son, and he is monogamous. He's in college. And then I have an 18-year-old son who hasn't decided yet. But what they love about polyamory is that their parents are together. All the kids they went to school with, parent divorce. They divorce. Why they divorce? Cheating. Their parents figured out a creative, intelligent way to be together and to be happy. And so that's what they love about polyamory.
Okay. Jasmine says, when it comes to assets, say something happened to one of the partners, or if someone decided that they wanted out, how would things be divided, like money, businesses, etc.?
Yes, that's where polyamory is different from open. So in polyamory, we have agreements like marriage contracts between me and my husbands. So everything is legal, everything can be, you understand, traced back to our agreements. And so legally we would have a route, but we don't believe in divorce. I will never leave my husbands. They will never leave me. I might add husbands, but they're not going to leave. There's no reason to leave. We leave when we don't feel free. That's why we leave, because I want to do something that you won't let me do. And so my polyamory ensures that none of us need to leave at any time.
So there's like, because people also grow apart. So is there like a way to stay like attached to one another? Because people, like, eventually sometimes grow apart from one another.
I don't believe that they grow apart. I believe that they grow individually and they want to explore their individual lives, and they think that the other one doesn't want them to do that. So I'm growing over this way. I better leave them because they don't want me to do this. My husband can grow apart as much as he wants. That doesn't mean I have to divorce him. That doesn't mean I'm not his friend. That doesn't mean I don't love him. You understand? There's no such thing as growing apart. You are simply growing like everybody. You want to do things and you don't want to be checked on those things.
Right.
Just because you're married.
I heard that. Sounds similar to Jada and Will a little bit.
Well, they would sound similar to us because they've been, watching us and trying to understand this for more than 10 years. And we've been living it out loud. I'm the first African-American woman to actually live poly and demonstrate and show what it looks like and be an advocate of it. And so there are women that followed, but yes, we were the first in this country.
Okay. Someone says, how long have you had this kind of relationship? This must be a new person who just came on. She said she's 26 year married. She started at year 12, and from year 12 to now, they have been poly. I think one of her husbands or boyfriends, she's been with them for 9 years. And then the other one, I don't know the length of time. I don't remember.
I've been with my husband for 26 years, and I've been with my second husband for 10 years.
Okay. Do all 4 of you all live in the same home?
All 3 of us do. My husband's other wife lives by herself, and my husband is back and forth to visit her. She lives 2 blocks down.
Oh, okay. Okay. Somebody said, I love her honesty. I heard that. Let me see if there's any other questions. Demaria says, do you engage in threesomes?
No, I just shared that. You got newcomers just joining.
Yeah, they're joining.
Yeah, I just shared that my husbands won't do threesomes, but I enjoy the energy of more than one lover at a time. I just have to find men who are interested in doing that.
Yeah, so her husbands don't do it, but she's able to go out and participate if she wants. So Plug Scope sent in a donation and says, that thing ain't gonna last. They'll either cheat or they are definitely beta males. No solid man is open for his woman to cheat. Nature always wins.
Thank you for sharing that. No one's cheating here though. My husbands wouldn't have to cheat because they can have sex with whomever they want. They can have a relationship with whoever they want. They can be in love with whoever they want. So there's no way for my husbands to cheat on me. We have a cheat-proof marriage. We have a divorce-proof marriage. So I don't know what he means by cheating.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense if you're allowing it. Do they get jealous of the one getting more of your time?
Do they get jealous? I think that every human gets jealous. It's, again, how do we deal with our jealousy? My husband wrote a book called The Art of Open Relating, and it tells you some tips and tricks on how to deal with jealousy. So we already have the tools. Again, it takes tools and knowledge and wisdom and systems. Okay.
Yeah. Where do women find men like this?
These men are everywhere. I just met a man that I'm dating, and he's already like, just call me hubby 3. Call me hubby 3. Men are excited to be with a woman who is powerful enough to tell the truth about her needs and her desires. And they experience me like, damn, I never met a woman like you. Like, wow, you're just like that. Like, and look, the same man didn't come over. We had a date and he decided he wasn't coming the same night. He said, were you mad? I said, mad? No, I just called somebody else. And so
I heard that.
This takes men off the hook. They don't feel so much pressure. And so they like it.
All right. See, you know, I be trying to get on that same way, but you know, these men they be acting like they okay with it, but they don't be. I don't know.
Well, they need their egos need to be soothed. Like, I know how to deal with the male ego, and I know how to make a man feel very comfortable. I treat a man like a king. I am in my feminine. I don't argue with men. I don't disrespect men. I don't go against what they said and say that's not true. I don't correct men. So I have these things learned. You don't correct
them either. See, I guess that's my problem, because if I feel like, my whole thing is like, if I feel like you talk to me some type of way, like, I'm going to check it. Like, don't talk to me like you lost your mind. Like, don't you know.
That's because you haven't read my book, Up Level Communication. I'm telling you, those are the things that kill monogamy. And they are the things that kill polyamory, lack of communication skills. If somebody talked to me wrong, if I'm going to talk to them wrong right back, how does that solve the problem?
I mean, but I don't look at that as talking to them wrong right back. It's just like, don't talk to me like you lost your mind.
Okay, so if you want to check men, then you're going to be in a relationship with the masculine that is a little bit tedious. I want to be in a smooth relationship with the masculine because I want the masculine to take care of me. I want the masculine to see me as their baby, their princess, their woman. You understand? So I'm going to know how to talk. I'm going to learn how to talk to the masculine to make that happen.
Okay. Benita says, does she get along well with the other wife, or do they engage with each other at all?
Yes, I get along well with the other wife. The four of us go out to dinner. We enjoy each other. I was at their wedding. I was a part of their wedding. We get along well. I would like for her to depend on me more. I would like for her to come live with us, but she always wants to have her own space, and I have to respect that. But I'm like, why aren't we all just living together? You know, so, but she still needs some time with him alone because they just got married in March. So she wants her.
Was this a traditional marriage, or was this a, like, you guys have like a certain type of marriage ceremony for your polyamory?
Well, this was actually a ceremony that they created. We went to the beach. You can find the video on my timeline, but on Progressive Love Academy on Instagram. But we went to the beach. We had a whole ceremony. Everybody wore purple, and she wore white like a traditional bride. And they said, I do like tradition. Yeah, it was pretty traditional.
Oh, okay. Just not like government paperwork, but just like a ceremony to solidify it.
Yes. It's not legal to have a government paperwork yet, but polyamory will become legal, just like LGBT marriages became legal. That's where we're headed. Oh,
okay. They keep asking, are you religious? But I kind of skipped that because I don't know if you want to answer that or not.
I love answering any question, Nick. As I said, I've been doing this since 2005. I am the first African-American woman to do it out loud and in public. And so I've been answering these kind of questions forever. So she wants to know if I'm religious. I'm very spiritual. So I am believing that I am source. I am God. I am goddess. Goddess is within me. I have the power of God, goddess. And so these are spiritual ideas more so than religious.
Okay. Tatiana says, do you have a favorite out of all your men? Or I'll add to that. Do you have one that you find you spend a little bit more time with than the others?
So we wrote a book called The 9 Expressions of Love, and there's 9 different types of love. So one of the types of love is called womb choice. That's when you're really, really sexually attracted to a man. 9 Expressions of Love on Amazon. We have 14 books. So we're the experts on open love. So, and on polyamory. So anyways, the womb choice man is like the man who you go crazy. You just have to have that dig. You just like, oh my gosh, this man. It's like, You can't think about nothing else. You're constantly wanting him. That's a womb choice relationship. But then there's a support choice relationship where you want to go to the mall with him. You want to sit and watch the movies with him. He's emotionally supportive. You can cry on his lap. That's a different whole type of relationship. So we have 9 of these. Each of my men are in a different type of relationship with me. And I need all 9 of those expressions. So that's how we talk about it. And that's why we think marriage doesn't work in the West, because you do need more than just what your partner offers you. And then if you're not allowed to go do that, you feel stuck. You feel trapped. You're going to start arguing. You're going to make up stuff to argue about because you're in a jail.
Right.
And so that is the problem. That's the concern.
What do you think about when people automatically assume that if you are in something like this, the person must have low self-esteem? Like if you don't want to just bind yourself to one person, you must have low self-esteem and think low of yourself.
Well, I would just ask that person a question. Is it low self-esteem to create a lifestyle that works for you? Or is it low self-esteem to just follow what somebody told you? Follow what the church said. Follow what your parents did that didn't even work. Follow things that don't work. 55% divorce rate. That means of every 100 people who get married, 55 will divorce this year. And so would you get on an airplane if it was going to crash 55% of the time? You might get there, you might not. Why would I continue doing something that doesn't work? Why would I do that to myself? That to me is low self-esteem. If I continually do something that I know I saw, it doesn't even feel good. Why am I doing it? Because somebody's going to judge me if I don't do it this way. That's low self-esteem. I feel like I have high self-esteem because I don't care what people say about this. I do what I want to do with my life. When I go to my grave, will you be with me? No. So you see what I'm saying? That's high esteem to me.
Okay. So let's see. Is there anything that's not allowed in the relationship?
That depends on the person. So with each of my husbands and my boyfriends, I have separate contracts. So we have agreements, we have contract that it's on paper. Most monogamous people don't even have a contract. But I have contracts with my partners because it's very important to know what our protocols are. And it's different from man to man. Okay. I once dated a man who didn't want me to have sex with any other men for the first 2 years. I did that, but I was with my husband. I could be with my husband. And then I had him. And then I had other boyfriends, but I was sex, it was just platonic. So he wasn't comfortable with me having intercourse with other men until he got settled in as one of my husbands. So that's an agreement. I could say yes or no, but the agreements have to be between those two people.
Someone says, I don't see the difference between her and the men that do it. Is it because she's a woman? It's crazy. At the double standards. Yeah, people automatically think the woman is also automatically supposed to be the submissive. They think the man runs the world. And I call BS to that. I feel like we have a certain power just as well. Like, are we as strong physically? Our bodies aren't made the same. So no, but we are as strong mentally and we are able to be powerful and we are able to run our own race. And so that's what I really love about the Progressive Love Academy, is that she's showing that you don't have to be the norm. And, a lot of people automatically, when they see it, the flip, they think that the girl is like, stupid or low self-esteem or whatever. But when they see men, it's automatically like, oh, well, they must be weak or whatever. But I feel like if you like somebody, because there's guys who is like, we have chemistry, we have a good time, but you already know how I am as a person. I don't want to settle down. So it's like, if you like that person, you forever talking to me, you always connected in some way, but you just don't want to, you feel like, oh, it's going to take away my masculinity. It's like, why? When, you are attracted to this person sexually, physically, all of that. you might as well get down with the get down. So,
Right.
but I don't be having
None of
time
it.
to soothe their ego to get them down with.
Yeah, you have to learn. We do have to learn to respect and honor masculinity in order to help them understand this, because we're the choosers.
Yeah.
If you're
my
gonna
allergies is messing up, y'all. So that's why I keep doing this. Go
you
ahead.
can't hear me. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying my allergies is messing up. This eye keeps watering. But go ahead.
Poor baby. I hate when that happens.
I know. It's so irritating.
I have one of my husbands is here. I was gonna ask.
Can we talk to one of them?
Yeah, I was gonna ask him because I don't want to just put him on the spot. But do you mind if I ask him if he would care to share?
Yeah.
Because he didn't agree with this at first. None of my men agree with this at first.
Yes, I would love to hear from him.
Okay, I'll ask him. I'll be right back. Okay.
All right. Let's see what y'all talking about in the chat. Y'all want me to drop the link?
Okay, good. Okay, well, he's coming and he says that he'll say something real quick. Let me move this back so I can put his chair. But what we're on a mission to share this information with more people so that more people can have this sense of freedom and fun and joy and bliss. All right. And I understand that right now in our culture, most people would call him or my husband's a beta. But
yeah, that's her favorite word, beta man.
That's her favorite word. But let me explain what a beta man is. Mm-hmm. A beta man is a man who gets his self-esteem from what a woman is doing with her body. He has no concept of his masculinity unless the female is somehow, is doing, like, why is your masculinity dependent on what I do with my body? Why is your masculinity dependent on what your woman is doing? That's a beta. A beta is also a man who doesn't want everybody to have what they need in society. They only want to have what they want. You understand? An alpha man is like, what does y'all want? Let's all do it. I'm not scared. I'm not insecure. I'm alpha. Do you, baby? I'm going to love you through it. That's alpha. It's beta people running the United States. And all they care about is their self and their needs. Alpha men care about everybody's needs so that there's no poverty. There's no, you understand? So they don't understand the difference between beta and alpha, and they're young. It's
good in here.
All right. Okay. Scoot on in, baby.
There we go.
It's a little tight on the camera.
It is.
All right. Hey, how are you? Before I ask you a question, they want to know what your sign is, Kenya.
My sign is Cancer sun, and a Leo moon, and a Virgo rising.
Oh, okay. Hi. What's your name again, sir?
I go by Tyga.
Tiger. Hi, Tiger. So, welcome to Nick at Night. She said that you did not want this at first. So let me know how you felt about just initially hearing about being into the polyamory fold and what changed your mind to be accepting of it.
Yeah, so initially, no man is going to just go into a relationship with a woman who has another man. It's just not something that we're raised to do, that any man has shown us that it's okay to be in that kind of culture. And as people keep saying, that's a beta thing. But it's not a beta thing. It's more alpha to be able to share a woman with another man, to show that I have that security within myself, to be able to be in a relationship and not feel threatened by that. So it took a little while for me to really understand polyamory as a whole, to become okay with that. I was like everybody else out there, running around cheating, tiptoeing in the doors and stuff like that. So
that's beta. That's beta.
That's definitely beta.
Cheating is beta.
Yeah, when you can't come out and be authentic with, I'm talking to you and I'm talking to somebody else, that's definitely beta.
Yeah.
But after a while of understanding, what Kenya was talking about with her partners and coming to the agreement with her that she's able to have me and I'm able to have whomever else I want, that definitely opens up the doors and opens up your mind to this could actually work. This is a relationship that may be worth pursuing.
Do you have another girlfriend outside of Kenya?
I have a couple of girlfriends outside of Kenya.
Oh, okay. So, are they initially shocked at this type of relationship?
Yes, yes. Every woman. That's been the trickiest part. Is really just kind of explaining what the relationship is to other women. Because when you meet a woman, the first thing they ask is, are you single? Whether you're single or not, most guys are going to say, yeah, of course I'm single. And most girls are going to say, of course I'm single. But
Right.
it's a real different thing when a guy says, actually, I'm not single, but I am free to love and be with whomever I want to be with.
Right. What about like the aspect of jealousy that we talked to Kenya about? How did you initially get comfortable with sharing? And how did you feel about, when she's with other people or whatever, because she's been doing it for, I would assume, like a lot longer, and you
Yeah.
just came into the fold. So how did you adjust to like the jealousy factor?
So there's really no adjustment to it. Everybody's still going to feel jealousy. It's just having those open dialogues, as Kenya probably mentioned. Up level, her book that she's written is all about communication. It's a framework that allows you to freely express in a container, so that nobody's taking it personally. It's going to come out angry, but it shouldn't be taken as, I hate your guts because you have a feeling, or, I'm leaving you because you had an attraction to somebody. The day that I stop having an attraction to somebody, just go ahead and kill me. Just bury me. I'm done.
You always gonna be attracted to other people.
There's so many beautiful
Yeah.
women in this world. There's no way I wouldn't be attracted to at least one or two of them, 10 of them.
And that doesn't mean that I'm not enough. It simply means he's human, I'm human, I'm always going to be attracted to more people. And that doesn't mean that Tyga's not enough.
Right.
That's an adult, grown, spiritual, conscious realization that takes time to get to. So that's what we're doing.
I believe a lot of people do have a problem with communication. Like, it's like, I don't understand why women are like, we talk a lot more, and we are, we've been conditioned to express ourselves a lot more. But with talking to men, it's like pulling teeth to kind of get their actual true feelings. Like, they try front, act like they not phased, act like they don't care, but then their actions show you clearly care, so it's like, communication is a lot. Somebody said Nick is not asking the safe sex questions. We already went over that. So if you didn't hear about the safe sex questions, that's because you did not, you're just now coming in. But if Kenya wants to touch on that again.
Sure. As I said, go to progressiveloveacademy.com. We have 25,000 course hours on STD, how to set up your safe sex protocols, how to set up your communication, how to get men to communicate, how to use this communication system, learn to soothe the ego. I mean, again, I've been doing this for 17 years. I'm one of the world's most pronounced teachers in this art. So you got to go to Progressive Love Academy and get started. We have 4 steps to open love. We don't believe that couples who is monogamous could just all of a sudden become polyamorous. We take our couples through 4 steps, and that's free at my website. You can get those steps for free. progressiveloveacademy.com.
All right. Do you guys have any questions for Tyga? Now that we have, the men up in here, do y'all have any questions? Right. They say you look like Kwame Kilpatrick. I don't know who that is.
Oh, he was the mayor of Detroit.
Oh, okay. How do you build a meaningful relationship with your time and love is divided?
So I don't think that my time and love is divided. You just kind of learn where everybody kind of fits in. You don't want to overload your plate either. You don't want to take on 10 women if you can't handle giving 10 women absolute devotion. So as Kenya mentioned, when I'm hanging out with her, I'm with her. But when I'm not with her, I'm giving my full time and attention to whoever the person is that I'm with. So there's not really a thing that says, you have to spend a certain amount of time with any set person.
All right. They want to know the age gap between you.
Oh, I am 8 years older than he is.
Okay. Tyga, what are your intentions with your girlfriends?
It just depends on what we discuss. Not everybody is going to be a full-on relationship. It just depends on what everybody wants, and we have to be open and honest about that. So as long as they know that I am in a relationship and it's a power relationship, it's not something that I'm ever going to leave Kenya. So they have to understand that they're going to be a part of, my relationships and my family.
All right. So we are going to have, I think, 10 more minutes with Kenya. I don't know how long Tyga will be here, but I will drop the link so that you guys can come up. And we will have 10 more minutes or whatever Kenya and Tyga is comfortable with. I'm here, I'm not in no rush, but I don't want to, hold her too long. It's just whatever she's comfortable with. But if you guys want to click the link, I'd rather kind of hear from you guys now directly. So click the link. You don't have to be on camera. And I will allow you guys to answer questions that way. Somebody said, why be married? But these days it's called open marriage. So somebody said, so you guys are a business. Let's see.
I like the question, why be married? Because some people ask me that all the time. Why be married if you're going to have other partners? And I said, wow, I got married when I was 21. You guys are watching too much Disney if you don't think you're going to change by the time you're 25. By the time you're 30, 35, 40, you're going to go through changes. Your relationship is going to go through changes. You don't know what you're going to want 5 years from now when you get married. And that's why people divorce, because they cannot deal with the way their partner is changing. But nobody teaches them to expect these changes. So as my partner changed, as I changed, as we saw other things we wanted to do, we could decide to divorce or stay together, be creative, and do the things we want to do. So I think we made the smart choice. I would never leave the father of my children. Why would I do that to my kids? I would never leave. I helped Tyga raise his son. I'm friends with Tyga's ex-wife. We just got her an apartment and set them up. We are a community. This is a loving exercise when you can share and not be fighting amongst all these families, baby mama drama and all of this, kids not being able to see their parents. Are y'all kidding me? This is the future of love. This is new earth, new energy, new idea, new thought. It's a loving, compassionate relationship style. I love it.
Okay. So Robin, she wants to know what attracted Tyga, what attracted you to Kenya, and do you guys expect children together?
No children together. Now she has her children, I've got mine, and I'm done having kids. I'm one and done.
Me too.
But what initially attracted me to Kenya, one, she's beautiful woman. But I love Kenya's energy. It's almost this nurturing, inspiring, motivating energy. She pushes me every day to make me better. The whole reason that I'm investing, the whole reason that I don't work a 9 to 5 is because of Kenya's influence. I worked hard, and she was just like, look, you can live a better life. You come with me, I'm gonna show you how. I'm gonna show you all the tools, all the tricks. And now I sit over here at the desk and, make money and chill out. We go on vacations and, we got more stamps and passports than the law should allow. So, we're doing big things.
All right. So we're going to bring some people up. Queen Tosa, click the link first, but girl, don't come up in here trolling, because you be going all around YouTube trolling. Hey, I'm going to click you right off if you come up here with Queen Tosa.
Thank you so much for having me, Nick and I.
Hi.
Kenya, and what's your name, sir?
You're Tyga.
Tiger. Okay, so listen, my question is, are any of your men into transsexual women?
My husbands are both straight, so they're not into trans or I don't know what is all that called. But there are men who, other men. I don't judge any of that, but my husbands are straight.
Can I teach your husbands how it's done?
Oh, you a transsexual? You coming on? She's coming on to you, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Listen, I love his voice. I love you. I mean,
He's sexy. My husband is sexy. I'm telling you, both my husbands are sexy as fuck. And I'm so glad that you gave him.
I'm a Cancer as well. I'm July 5th. When's your birthday?
The 21st.
Look, she got the same birthday as my mama.
Period.
All right. Well, thank you.
Listen, thank you guys for taking out the time to speak with us. And
Thank you.
love, peace. Bye-bye.
All right. Lady Duet.
Hi. Hello.
Hi. Before you talk, if there's anybody else who wants to click the link is in the chat. You don't have to be on camera. Click the link and you can come on. Go ahead, Lady Duet.
Okay, cool. Love the show. This is another great live. I did have a question. I do remember you from previous appearances that you had. Do you feel like you were depicted in the right light on the Dr. Phil episode?
Oh, no. Dr. Phil was in 2011.
Yes.
That's what I mean by I was the first Black woman to come forth with this lifestyle. And I was on 11 television shows at that time. And some of them were like Dr. Phil, where Dr. Phil was saying, this is bad. But guess what? Dr. Phil cheated on his wife. Dr. Phil have cheated and lost his license. He's not even a doctor because he was flirting with one of his assistants and sexually harassing her. So what is he talking about?
I did not know that.
All of the men and stuff who don't want women to do this, they are doing the same thing, except they're not being honest and they're not being compassionate with the women that they're fucking with. I'm saying let's all be compassionate and honest and open and real. How can that be a negative? But yes, Dr. Phil tried it. Yeah.
Good. I really wanted to find out. I wanted to find out more about your story because I saw the editing in it and I felt like they were putting a different light on what your main goal on appearing on the show was. So I'm glad that Nick did this live so that we can get a full view of what you guys are all about.
Thank
you again, Nick.
All right. Thank you so much for coming up. Tess Beauty Bar.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, I just wanted to say that I think Kenya, I think her name is, she's beautiful and Tyga is handsome. I never did anything like this. This is the first time I ever heard about it, but I would be happy to learn more about it. I would like to follow her on Instagram and learn more about it.
Please do. Thank you. Neek, look at that. We're healing the world, Neek. Thank you.
Did you have a question for Kenya or Tiger, Tess?
Well, at first I was gonna make a joke and say I would like to join them. You know, I'm just being funny, but I just wanted to know. No, I just wanted to know her Instagram. You know, because I want to follow her on Instagram, but I don't know where to go.
It's Progressive Love Academy.
Say that again.
It's on the screen. Progressive Love Academy.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, so I'll follow her on Instagram, and thank you so much. I love you, Nick.
What enticed you about wanting to know more?
Because I mean, everything she was saying, I agree with. I mean, if a guy or a woman feels trapped in a situation, I mean, there's just no other way to go about it than to try to get out of that situation and cheat. I'm all for marriage, especially Black marriage, and however way they're doing it, it's not monogamous, but hey, they're still together, so it got to be something good to it.
It's beautiful. Thank you, Tess. Thank you for acknowledging that.
Yeah, I will be following you guys.
Thank you.
All right.
All right.
King Campla. I don't know how to say it right. Kampala.
How you doing, Nick?
Hi, how are you?
How you doing, Kenya? What's up, Tiger?
Hi, King.
Yeah, I just want to say what they got going. It's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of the most beautiful things that happens all over East Africa, especially where I'm from, in Uganda.
Oh, tell us more. Tell us more.
I mean, it's really not that much to say, but it's deeply.
Are you practicing polyamory, or do you aspire to practice it?
But in Uganda, are the women open to having multiple partners as well as men, or is it just the men in Uganda?
No, there's both.
That's what I thought. That's what people don't know about African culture. That it was both. At many times, it was only after patriarchy where it was only the man. Thank you, King. That's awesome.
Do you have a question for them, or you just wanted to say that? It was
No, I don't have a question for them. I love what they're doing, and I'm gonna go buy some more of them books. Okay. I hope. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right now.
All right. Honey NY. Honey NY. Are you there? Hello, 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 hello.
Did we lose honey?
I think so.
Nothing, huh?
All right. Well, is there anything else that you guys wanted to share?
Oh no, we thought y'all were asking the questions. Right. We're good. We've been on, like I said, 11 television shows, 400 radio shows, thousands of podcasts. We've been featured in Essence, Ebony magazine, Red Book. I mean, Playboy. I mean, we do interviews all the time. This is our advocacy. We're letting the world know, and we're setting an example for what real community and real love can do to children. All of our children are taken care of and brilliant. To men, all of our men feel like powerhouses. To women, I feel free. I feel sexy. I feel like I can do the things I want to do and nobody gonna judge me. My men is still gonna hold me. My men are still gonna respect me. This is what we can move to in the future. And this is why I'm always willing to talk to you, people like Unique. Thank you so much for having us on.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. That looks like that was it for the people who clicked the link. So just tell them one more time where they can find your Instagram.
ProgressiveLoveAcademy.com or Progressive Love Academy on Instagram. Google Progressive Love Academy. You'll see all of our stuff.
Okay, I guess we just got Ann to come. Oh, well, they clicked off. Okay.
Oh.
Is there anybody else who wants to click on before I click off? Because once I click off, we out of here.
Somebody's asking me, do I like women? You know, I've wanted to. I think women's bodies are beautiful, but they won't help me. I've been trying to get my...
I'm saying if you don't like them, I like them. So.
he love them. And I said, could you please help me get a little bit more lesbian? I'm not very lesbian. He won't do it. I say, could you dominate us and tell me what to do? And they won't do nothing. They're so vanilla. They won't do nothing. So I'm not very lesbian yet, no. But I would love to enjoy and hold and feel comfort.
Oh, you've never been with a woman before?
I have, but it's not like I know what I'm doing or I know how. I'm just been married to a man for so long and with men for so long. I don't know the tricks of being with women.
Okay. All right. So the bloggers.
I just wanted to ask Tyga, how y'all doing?
Hey.
How does it work for you, bro? With multiple men in your marriage?
So for me, it's not an issue. It's not so much that we have any issues with multiple men. Kenya's relationship with me is solid, and it has no effect on her relationship with any other man. So her relationship with her other husband is their relationship. Her relationship with any of our other partners is their relationship. It has no bearing on the way she feels about me, her love for me, or anything else. So
I'm talking about your perspective, bro, not hers.
From my perspective, as far as the way I feel, the way I do it.
Right. How do you do that? How do you condone this?
Oh, he's saying, how do you deal with?
He's basically against it, and he wants to know how a man can agree for a woman to, do the same stuff that they do.
Oh,
okay.
No. She's speaking for me. That's not what my question was.
So clarify, I understand
yeah.
completely, because I don't want to put words in your mouth, and I don't want to misinterpret what you're saying.
How do you cope with knowing that she's dealing with other men?
Oh, there's no real coping to that. So, I mean, unless a woman is telling you,
that sound like kind of what I said, but go ahead.
Right, unless she's telling you her first, which we all know that you're probably not her first. A woman has been with other men in her past. So, unless you are absolutely the first one, you're going to cope with having a man be with your woman prior to you being with her yourself. So, you've already made that decision that you're okay with that. The only decision that I've made that's different from most men is I have knowledge of who she's with. So the guys that she's with, I know that they're straight up cats. I know that they're not going to be, doing the wrong things or, coming in there with some kind of weird stuff or, something out of the box. I know that everything is okay, and that gives me peace of mind. You know, if you got a girl and she's going out and she's just randomly having sex with people, you might be concerned, and that's for each person. But for me, I have no concerns.
So for her being happy just makes you at peace.
Yes.
Okay, so that's what
you know the saying. You know, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
I heard happy spouse, happy house.
You said it,
but
bro.
they go both.
That's it.
But they go both ways, though.
Go both ways.
So what about you, Tyga?
So I'm happy. Like I said, I've got 2 other girlfriends. So
okay.
You know, Kenya goes out, she does her thing, and I travel a lot. So when I'm in certain places, I'm hanging out with that girl. She knows who she is. So it's not like, you know, I'm restricted to anything just because she has other partners, or she's not restricted to anything just because I have other partners.
Do y'all guys have kids?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have 3 children with my other husband, and Tiger has 1 son that I raised for the past 5 years, and he lives with the other mother, Tiger's ex-wife.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Bloggers Purge. I want to kind of get through because a bunch of people just hurried up and clicked the link.
Thank you for letting me up here, Nick. Thank you for letting me up here, Nick. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Blogger.
All right. We have the beautiful I Love Nikki J and Chrissy joining in.
Hi.
We'll start with Chrissy. Hi.
Okay, I just have a quick question. Hey, Nick. The kids, y'all said that the kids are happy and they're okay. Have any of the children ever come to you all and say, you know, and said that they had issues or that they had concerns? Maybe, you know, how friends are, how kids are, how, you know, how they bully and how they talk about certain things that they're not comfortable with or that they don't know about. Have you had to have those conversations with your children on either side?
I've not had any. My son's well adjusted to it. It took a little bit for him to understand the relationship dynamic because his mother and I divorced. And so for me to get a new relationship with someone, of course, there's going to be an adjustment period. But to have another male figure in his life, along with another maternal figure in his life, that took a little bit of adjustment. But in schools, you know, it's a normal conversation because there are kids in there that have 2 dads, there are kids that have 2 moms.
Right.
So it's no different than any out of the box, you know, cookie cutter Western relationship.
My kids would bring all the kids to our house because they knew if they come to our house, it's freedom time. We're going to talk about relationships. We're going to talk about sex. They're like, your parents are so cool. Oh my God, this is so cool.
How old are the children? Do you mind me asking how old your children are?
She kind of answered some of that. So some of the questions, you guys kind of got to just go back a little bit.
Okay. No, that's cool. I just got here, so that's fine if you already answered it. I just had questions about the kids. Look, y'all look happy. I'm all for it. Have fun.
Thank you, Chrissy.
All right. Thank you, Chrissy.
Y'all have a good one. Thank you, Nick.
All right. Nikki J.
Hi, y'all. So can y'all hear me okay? I'm in the car. I'm not at home.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Cool. So I just want to say that I love the open-mindedness. I believe that people should do whatever works for their relationship. My question to you two is, I'm not sure if you know Nick Cannon or are familiar with what he has going on, but do you feel like what he's doing is similar to what you guys do? Is it just like a freedom thing? Or do you think, because I know you mentioned like all the children are being taken care of, everybody's happy, or do you think that if one man is wrong for one man to father several children, you know what I'm saying, in several different households? Like, how do y'all feel about that?
I think it would be great if more men fathered several children in several households if they cultivate the tools to have positive relationships with those women. If they cultivate the tools to get those women to unify, that would be wonderful. But if they're dodging bullets and always trying to hide and ghost everybody because everybody mad, no, you're not a good manager. You're not a good leader. Learn the skills. Learn the communication skills. And I would love to teach Nick Cannon. If anybody knows him, let him know.
Okay, that was the question that I had.
All right, thank you, Nikki.
Thank you, Nikki.
All right, Stacy Ann, hello.
Hi. I've just got here, so if the question I'm about to ask has been answered before. Just simply say, Kenya, do you think this lifestyle is more productive the young in terms of the younger you are?
I don't know. I've never thought about age in terms of polyamory. I think it would have been great if I were poly when I first got married at 21. I think that would have helped me not feel so stuck in my marriage. And I was about to kill my husband because he wouldn't give me everything. Not enough sex, not enough money, not enough emotional support, not enough time. I wanted more of this. I was constantly feeling like unfulfilled. And I wanted him to make me happy. And I did not know that one person, I thought when you got married, that man's supposed to do everything you need and everything you want. And that was a lie. And I hated that I had to unlearn that lie because it took a lot of time and there was a lot of arguments and fights. And I just wish that I had known this information before I got married. So yes, I think the younger, the better to understand relationships. You understand?
Yes. I've just got one more question. So, okay. So in terms of longevity, right? Of course we get older every day. So let's say, for instance, the handsome guy next to you, let's say, things have changed, his level of capacity, his cognition has changed, and he is now more dependent on somebody, to meet his needs. Do you think this level of thinking, can see a relationship through?
Yes, because that happened with my first husband. Me and my first husband were joined at the damn hip. I mean, for the first 10 years of marriage, nobody could get us to stop hugging and holding and cuddling and all that. And as year 15 came up and he wanted other women and I had other men, and he became less dependent on that, less dependent on being under me. And that was hard. I had to learn that we're growing. Like Nick said, we're growing individually, but that doesn't mean I have to divorce you. That doesn't mean that I don't need to be with you no more. That means we have to have discussions about what are we now? Your relationship is constantly going to ask you, what are we now? What are we now? Because you've changed. You will always change. There's no way to hold it in place. No way to do it. The only consistent thing in a relationship is change.
All right. Well, thank you, Stacey Ann.
Bye.
Honey NY, hello. Are you there? I think you're having problems with your thing. Carolyn?
Are you ready to go?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Nick, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. I want to say first to you, Nick, I've been watching you for like 3 years on and off. And I have to say, I am so proud of your growth. I am so proud of your growth. And to Kenya, I'm 56 years old. You look fabulous. Let me say that to start with. You look fabulous. And I can tell I can just tell off the top that you're happy from the energy that you give. When people are happy, they give a different type of energy. And I understand. I wish I was where you were on this situation. So I'm definitely interested in it because as I've gotten older, well, let me just start back into my 20s. You know how you're with the man for a minute and then you say, he can't give me everything that I need, be it physically, sexually, financially, or mentally. So you go to the next man. You see he not all of that. And now that I'm older, I find myself, I have 2 men. They both know about each other. One is a long distance relationship. Both are much younger. One I've been with for 14 years.
Wow.
But we don't have sex. It's more of a mental, and we've developed into a really, really loving friendship and relationship. With that being said, I wish I could be in your place because I understand how when you're with the man, one may can give you this and that the other one can't. You understand what I mean? He can give you a different type of joy. This one might not be good in bed. This one might not know how to put a light bulb in. The other one knows what you need mentally. The other one may know what you need physically. So I'm all with what you're doing. I just wish people would understand that, like you say, as you get older, you grow. You're not what you were when you were 20. You're not going to be the same person at 25. You're not going to think the same at 30 that you were thinking at 20. And when you're 40, the things that you would do at 35, you aren't, because you are changing. Everybody changes and everybody goes through changes, just like our body goes through changes. Our mind goes through it.
Did you have like a question? We're gonna
No, I just wanted to say I'm all for it, and I'm gonna follow you on Instagram. That's it. Well, I do have a question. Do you all recruit people? Meaning, how do you get in this? Because this is what I need.
Well, we have a Facebook group. We don't recruit anyone. People find us because everyone is tired with marriage. Everyone is tired with the Western relationship. They tired of failing at relationship. So we have a whole school online. You can follow us at Progressive Love Academy. Use my links. Get in my Facebook group. It's free. You know, we have it going on. We have a community. Yes.
Okay, good. And you look fabulous. I mean, simply gorgeous. Thank you, Nick.
All right. Thank you so much, Carolyn. All right, Bree is the last person that we are going to talk to. Hey, Bree.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, I had a question for Kenya. I guess I'm wondering, what's the point of the marriage? Like, why get married?
Oh, we got married because we love each other, and we stay married because we love each other. We want to experience life together and witness each other's growth. We want to witness each other get more and more powerful every single year. I want to see that with my husband for the rest of my life. And I want to see that with all of my partners. It's an adventure to love someone. And I don't need that to end just because they do things that are not with me. So what? That doesn't mean anything to me. I stay married to people I love because I want to witness their entire life. And I want them to witness mine.
Okay, so I guess I get it. I just think I'm kind of confused on the actual part of the marriage where it's supposed to be just two people. Like, that's just what I've learned. But I guess,
you learn that in the Bible, and you learn that from church, and you learn that from Western culture. But that's only been 4% of human history. Humans are not a monogamous species. Monogamous species only have sex when the female is in their fertile period. For human females, that's 5 days a month. Monogamous species, the males have retractable penises. Monogamous species do not have protruding breasts or anything that would identify the difference between male and female. So humans are not a monogamous species. Only 4% of the mammal species are monogamous by nature. So we are a communal species. So that's our relationship style. Everybody's saying free Tyga, and the thing. What are y'all going free Tyga from?
They're trying to get me. They're trying to get me out. I come out to the clubs, you know.
No, I think a lot of people are seeing that Kenya's energy is like vibrant and Tyga is like more reserved. But what y'all got to understand is everybody's personality is not the same. So just because Tyga is reserved, that doesn't mean like, oh, I'm so miserable in this relationship. And that's what they're reading it as in the chat. So I don't know if Tyga wants to speak to that, but they're taking his reserved, chill nature and they're like, Kenya's happy and she's this. And then they're like, oh, but Tyga being reserved, they're reading it as, oh, he must not really like this or really like this lifestyle. You know, people gonna read all into body language.
It's more of an opposites attract kind of thing. You know, Kenya is out there. She's really energetic, and that gives me the space to just kind of lay back and enjoy it and just be in it. But they also caught me. I'm supposed to be over here at my computer doing work, and so that's in the back of my mind. I got to get back over here, but we're getting ready to end it up anyway. So maybe next time I'll plan to come on, and they'll get to see a little bit more energy, a little more outwardness.
And one thing that they're saying, I think, is mostly guys who are saying free Tyga. What they should be saying is free themselves, because Tyga has other partners. He's with me. He's in a poly relationship. He can do whatever he wants. I retired him. I mean, what are y'all talking about? Free him from what? From bliss? And from a woman who's never going to be on his back, never going to guilt him about anything? What is y'all talking about? I think they're saying free us, please, Kenya, because we are trapped in relationships that don't look like this and do not have no freedom. So yeah, I'll free you. Come over to progressiveloveacademy.com. Thank you so much, Nick.
All righty. Well, we'll end there. Thank you so much, Tyga. Thank you so much, Kenya, for coming on and sharing your relationship lifestyle. A lot of people, they are programmed to go with monogamy. And like you said, in a lot of cases, it doesn't work. A lot of people have egos. They're, they don't want their ego crushed and, insecurities, jealousy, all these things. So it's beautiful to see a relationship navigating in another way. Now, for me, I wouldn't be able to do one man, two women, because I'd be like, no. But for me, one woman or a polyamorous situation where we both could do what we want, that's more like what I like, because I don't like to do relationships or commitment, and it feels more free. So I commend you guys, and I appreciate you guys for coming on. Again, those of you guys who just tuned on later in the chat, just go back and start from the beginning, because a lot of you guys started to ask questions that she had already answered. So definitely do the replay and go check out her Instagram. With that being said, we are going to end, and thank you guys so much for coming on.